The Isle of Evrimi's development arguably has been very slow recently, but once again I'm finally back with some news to discuss and update with all of you guys regarding the game's development. Timestamps for everything are on the screen now, and if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to aim for 11,000 subscribers, but other than that, let's get right into the video. Firstly, I have not covered any of the development updates recently since my last video of the game. I don't even think I covered them then, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about them now. These are development updates for the roadmap that happened in February, so do bear that in mind. The first one basically states that there isn't much to reveal from specific tasks. The last week was mainly focused on fixing bugs and developing the courtship animations, the sounds for them, and other aspects of the nesting system as well. There are also balance changes on the way, one of which I'm actually going to talk about in the latter end of this video, but the devs are unsure on when these will arrive. Now, this is not everything. On the 19th of February, they also mentioned some other updates, which are these. Once again, it was a focus on the courting and nesting system. However, their constructing mechanics as well as the development of the skin system has finally started. So that's pretty much the recent roadmap updates. We are actually due to get another one before this video goes up, so hopefully it is a big one. I don't think he'll be in this video because this video will be already scheduled and ready to go before then. However, that is the case with that. It does show that the developers are working on stuff. However, we're not seeing any updates on what these stuff are. Not many teasers apart from these courtship animations. But obviously, the Isles fanbase is quite hungry and probably wants to see some other stuff. But, of course, hopefully we can see some new stuff ticked off soon. One can dream though. We also have a plethora of courtship animations for Update 5 which have been worked on and have been circulating the Discord of the game since my last video, and obviously I haven't made any videos since my last video last month, so these are all new, and I'm pretty sure this first one, the Deinosuchus animation, is actually something that came out the day my video went up, so I was just late to that. Anyways, so let's talk about this one. The Deinosuchus one is a decent animation. It roars and then it slams its head into the water, and then the other Deinosuchus copies that and does the exact same thing, but in my eyes it does seem a bit different. I feel like it should be done differently, like those croc rumbling sounds where it disperses the water around them. Anyways, give it a watch and let me know your thoughts are. Next up, we have the Carnotaurus animation, which I think is a really nice animation, and of course, this is the next one that I'll be talking about. The initial courting animation is actually fairly good. I like how it moves a lot. It moves quite a bit, and I like that. However, the second animation is just very short, and it's not really too much. It looks like it's the first part of the first one, and then just cut off. However, one thing I do want to say, the Carnotaurus stretch is something that I need to just say right now. I'm not a big fan of that stretch. It seems a little bit weird. However, the whole animation as a whole, I do like it. Here's a listen with the sounds as well. Next up, however, I have my favourite one, the Hypsilophodon animation. 100% my favourite one so far. It just looks so cute. This with the Dryosaurus one are probably the two best out of the courtship animations, and it's probably because these two seem the most lifelike out of all the animations. Firstly, I love the way the Hypsilophodon rustles its fuzz and feathers and its fur. I really like that a lot, and I think it goes really well with the dinosaur. The response from the other one is short, but it's sweet, and it's a very nice response at that. And I definitely agree that this one is probably the best one. Have a look at it. And obviously, finally, we have Pteranodon. Now, Pteranodon has two animations. It's got an aerial animation and a terrestrial courting animation. Firstly, the terrestrial animation is really good. It reminds me of ghouls, and I really like it a lot. The aerial one, however, just seems a little bit strange to me, and that's my thoughts personally. I just think it looks a little bit strange, but obviously, we all have different opinions here, and this one's a heavy work in progress, so do bear that in mind. Overall, however, I like these animations. I feel like as the work is going to be put into them more, I feel like they'll get refined and they'll look a lot better in the future, so one can hope for that to happen soon. But other than that, that is the progress for all of those animations. Really nice work. Obviously some tweaks to be had, but yeah, they're a work in progress, so do bear that in mind. And finally, I want to leave off on some developer comments or notes which the developers said. The first one here is from Hypno, who said Deinosuchus is getting a buff, but not in a way that would typically think. It's not a stat change. So it could be a new attack. It could be, you know, something where it... I don't know. I don't actually know what it could be because it's not a stat change. So it won't involve health increases, speed increases, damage modifier changes, and damage changes. It could ideally be a whole new attack or a new ability for the creature. Felipe was also talking about the skin system in the last week, as there were some various questions about it. Firstly, he asked if the skin system should be limited to any colours or having all colours in it. Someone suggested the best of both worlds, and then Felipe responded that he agrees, but it would be best that we could allow any colour, but with some limitations. He also agreed with someone saying that the colour wheel, but only with natural colours, and he responded with something like saturated colours. So we could be seeing a colour wheel of saturated colours for the skin system in the game, and maybe some small bright ones to make some areas a little bit more poppy on the skin. But that's pretty much everything that Felipe has said and the developers have said that are worth noting. That's some news regarding the skin system anyways, which is pretty neat. And then we're getting a stat change and a buff for Deinosuchus that isn't a stat change. A very interesting one, but yes. Anyways, guys, that is everything for the IO news lately. It's been a slow couple weeks, and I do apologize for not being able to cover much of this game. We will be getting a dev blog probably before this video goes up, so there'll be a dev blog video coming shortly, probably after this video, so this one is going to be a little bit weirdly placed. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.